Here's the question we're going to be looking at today, where we're given a table showing the nutritional information on the packet of a 120 gram yogurt. In part A, we have to complete the table. So the first piece of information that's missing in the table is the number of calories per 120 grams. Now to solve this, we need to use the fact that we're told there are 55 calories in 100 grams of the yogurt. Now we can solve this by cross multiplication. If we write that 55 calories is equal to 100 grams and x calories is equal to 120 grams. So we multiply 55 by 120 and x by 100. So this gives us 100x is equal to 55 times 120. And from here, if you divide both sides by 100, you end up with x is equal to 66. So after we fill that into the table, the next missing space is the total daily allowance of calories. So we're already told in the table that the 66 calories in this yogurt is equal to 3% of the recommended daily allowance of calories. So this means we can write the equation 66 is equal to 0.03 times x, where x is the total daily allowance of calories. Now from here, to solve x, we divide both sides by 0.03, and this gives us an answer of 2,200. Now the next piece of information we need to find is the amount of carbohydrates in 100 grams of yogurt. We already know that there are 7.8 grams of carbohydrates in 120 grams, so we can use this to find the amount of carbohydrates per 100 grams. So once again, this is a case of cross multiplication, since we can write 7.8 is equal to 120, which means x is equal to 100. Then if we multiply 7.8 times 100 and x times 120, we can solve for x. So our new equation is 120x is equal to 780. From here, to solve for x, we divide both sides by 120, and this gives us x is equal to 6.5. Finally, the last piece of information we need to find is what percentage of the recommended daily allowance 6.8 grams of carbohydrates is. Now we can do this since we're told the total daily allowance of carbohydrates is 260 grams. So to find the answer, we divide 7.8 by 260, which gives us 0.03, and to convert this to a percentage, we multiply by 100 over 1, and that works out to 3%. So now we've filled in the table, so that's the end of part A. Moving on to part B, we're given a formula which can be used to find out the average recommended daily calorie intake for a teenager, based on the teenager's height in centimeters, their weight in kilos, and age in years. In part I, we have to calculate the recommended daily calorie intake for a 12-year-old girl with a height of 132 centimeters and a weight of 36 kilos. We also have to give our answer correct to two significant figures. So this is just a matter of plugging in the values into the formula we're given. So we fill in 132 for H, 36 for W, and 12 for A. And when you plug this into your calculator, it comes out to be 1,396.98 calories. But since we're told to give our answer correct to two significant figures, we take the first two numbers, which is 1,300, but since the next number is 9, we round up to 1,400 calories. In part 2, we're asked to make H the subject of the formula. Now first of all, I'll rewrite the formula we're given, just to make things easier. Now since we're asked to find H on its own, we need to move everything else to the other side, and we'll worry about the fraction later. Now to move 10.3W over to the other side, we take it away from both sides. Similarly for the minus 4.7a term, we add it to both sides, and for the 855, we take this away from both sides. This gives us h over 0.58 is equal to c minus 10.3w plus 4.7a minus 855. From here, it's just a matter of multiplying across by 0.58 to get rid of the fraction on the left, and this gives us h is equal to 0.58 times c minus 10.3w plus 4.7a minus 855. And that's the answer for part 2. Finally, in part 3, we have to use our answer from part 2 to calculate the height of a 14-year-old girl with a weight of 44 kilos and a recommended calorie intake of 1,520 calories. We also have to write our answer correct to the nearest centimeter. So once again, we just plug these values into the formula from part 2, which gives us the equation h is equal to 0.58 times 1,520 minus 10.3 times 44 plus 4.7 times 14 minus 855. And again, if you put this into your calculator and round to the nearest centimeter, you get 161 centimeters. So that's the answer for part 3, and that's the end of this question. I hope you found this solution video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.